I got a question I ask. I got a question I ask. Am I the only one who feel that they are bored while at the same time disgusted of the same thing over and over again? Now, I'm sitting up here thinking, do people want to be complacent in their current paradigm? Or they want to um, um, be um, imprisoned in they want to remain shackled by what is being fed to them. And it's something that it's something that I just want to know. Am I the only one who sees it? Because it's almost like people are telling me to relinquish myself and acquiesce to what's going on. Now we can come online and go on our newspaper op-eds, opinion pages of our newspapers. We can go online like YouTube, Twitter, and give voice to, uh, well, put our voice out there to the imaginations of our reality. But do we ever say that there's more than that? That there's more to life, more to that in life itself, rather than um, seek the peace that we think we ought to deserve. That's something I just like to know. I mean, because we it's kind of like, see, this is how I see it, right? Remember back in 2015 where CNN, especially CNN, would give a lot of um, what's the term? Would give a lot of media coverage to Donald Trump. And when Donald Trump is elected, even though Donald Trump was very problematic in um, his behavior, and some of his policies were problematic, and how he liked to grab women by the, you know what, and use the politics of um, fear and the politics of the declining of a certain demographic of um, the Christian white Protestant male, the decline of the to gin up fear um, in academia, movies, and in everyday life, and then CNN still try to give him a platform, even though he lost the election after January 6th, after this, after all the other things, CNN turned right back around and give him a spotlight earlier this year, 2023. I think it was January, February of 2023. They gave him a town hall talk while other candidates never had a town hall in that magnitude. What I'm saying is, it's like some of y'all y'all come on YouTube, y'all complain about how evil these men are. And when I'm talking about these men, I'm talking about the manosphere. But then, we give some of these manosphere types the accolades um, and the red carpet treatment. Without saying, wait a minute, these men are problematic. These men said a lot of harmful things. These men have done some harmful things. You know, but we don't run. But instead of trying to extinguish or vanquish the opposition, it almost seemed like people just want and controlled our opposition like a video game, right? Almost like a video game setup. That's how I see it. Um, and I don't know. See, when I see Sneeko, and I might just do that video on Sneeko, and I'm gonna just tag people in my community tab. I'm gonna tell people, hey, listen, this is what I'm talking about. I'm gonna do this video on Sneeko, right? When I see Sneeko and I see those young adolescents at that baseball game, and they're repeating his talking points and repeating his narrative. When you see young adolescents doing that, while there are reports of in Great Britain of people imitating Sneeko and Andrew Tate's and Fresher Fitz behavior to young girls, you have to question yourself. Well, isn't time to give not just a pushback, but to eradicate the problem? To eradicate the problem. But the silver lining of this, I mean, what happened to BGS on Keep It 100 channel, I might have to do a video on that, not sure. A real video, not no live stream, but a video on that. I might have to go ahead and just do a video on that because Keep It 100, and I said this on Ty City's channel earlier tonight. If you're going to create any movement, right? if you're going to create any movement or join a movement or try to make that movement better, you first of all you have to do one thing. And I don't know why I'm giving out this advice, but let me just repeat what I said on Todd City's channel. I said first, do no harm. Right? I said first, you do no harm. And what I mean not doing no harm. What I mean by that is that looking at the people on the panel on that Baller X video and on Keep It 100's, um, the where I'm looking at people on the panel on Keep It 100's. I'm saying you by having certain people on the panel, he did himself a disservice, knowing the fact of the personalities involved. If you so serious about correcting Keisha, right, trying to terraform Keisha, then you just shot yourself in the foot, and it's very embarrassing. And Keep It 100, what you just did is an embarrassment. Yes, it is. It's not that what B just said. Now, what B just said was an embarrassment unto itself because he's too old to, that old line trick. People ain't buying it anymore, and I hope more and more people ain't buying it. And I hope y'all have the good sense to make sure that nigga gets retired off of YouTube. Retired his ass. That man is too old to be talking all that foolishness while y'all sit there. You know what? That's for, But anyway, but BJS is not really the problem that I see on the panel. Right? He's part of it, but he's not the main one. I see one man up on the panel who, again, like I said, first, do no harm. You put a person on the panel, a man who is convicted of child, a pre-adolescent child was assaulted. He was convicted of that. The key word is first, do no harm. And I find, who is we, TA? Because TA, you just made your account this week, and I'm not trusting anybody's emails anymore because people are doxing now and sending malware. So I don't trust getting people emails anymore because people's on some buffoonery. So if you're serious, I apologize, but I'm not I'm not into the um, I'm not into that anymore. I'm tired. I'm worn out. I'm bored. I'm really am disgusted. The title should tell you I'm really am disgusted. See, some things just needs to end, and people just want to go to the well and drink the arsenic water, and then they still want to know why they're still sick. I'm just looking at people. It's like, why don't y'all just, you see it right there in front of you? Why don't you just go to the other body of water where it has a more fresher, where the water's more cleaner and fresher and healthier. So why you keep drinking at the well that's arsenic in it? that's salted down. I'm sorry. Not to be rude. It's just that I just don't trust people anymore. Um, if you mean well, I apologize, but I just don't trust people anymore. I'm just tired. You know, I'm just bored and tired of this. Everybody making excuses for a man who, you got one man out here who he made a series of videos talking about he's doing things for the community when he's being a predator to certain people, certain women, and certain children. You know, so I apologize, Ta. I'm not ready for that right now. I'm not ready for any information. I hope you understand that. You know, for me, I expect a better. You know, why won't he do any political videos? Well, the manosphere was political. What you talking about? I am. What you talking about? I am. It is a political issue. When it first started, it was. Now it's now a devolved itself into a bunch of talk made losers who never know how to treat people right, much less themselves right. So, you know what? I think I'm just gonna take this laptop, put it in the shop, have it worked on, and take another vacation like I did in September and in early part of October, and hopefully after that's done, um, I might just take some donation money, um, buy myself a PS game system, just play video games, and not just worry about what's going on YouTube at all. I think that's what I should do. Yeah, I think I should do that instead. But one thing did I find intriguing. One thing I did find intriguing today was an argument that I heard, um, an argument I heard on a certain panel. And this person says his daughter was doxxed. And y'all might know whose channel who I'm referring to now. So he said his daughter was doxxed by some of those guys on a certain channel, right? And let me say this though, to AC, let's get real. You kind of brought this onto yourself in multiple ways. Now, do I trust those guys over there when they say no, they did not dox your daughter? I don't trust them because he's the same guys, and you should, and this is the reason why I'm getting on. This is why I'm calling you out now, AC Clark. This is the reason why I'm calling your ass out. If you know that you see a grown man calling a 16-year-old girl on the phone, if you got a man who's almost 40, in his 40s, or in his mid 30s, well, because it happened about 6 years ago, called a daughter of another YouTuber on the phone, and this girl was at least underage, or at least under age of 21. You hang around with him, AC. So now though you out there mad, now you out there mad because your daughter got targeted. And everything you said, well, most of what you said was the same problems I had with that nigga though, who hosts that panel, who hosts that show. Because his line, his making things up, and him being shielded by certain individuals. See, the problem is they want your ass up and out of there because you don't preach. Because the thing is, nobody is buying into your ideology. And then on top of that, you try to, um, excuse me, you try to bully your way in making people to think like you because you send too many death threats to people, and people ain't putting up with it. See, there's two ways why you are the problem. You got yourself to blame for two directions. First of all, you covering up for a dude who's covering up for a group. That's for one. You sit on the panel protecting a man who's protecting three other people who had called daughters of YouTubers. That's one thing. And you also, on the flip side of that, you being the main one on that panel who making serious of threats to certain people. So you got nobody to blame but yourself on both directions. And another thing, you also have AC Clark. You also have is a an entitlement problem. You're not entitled to a damn thing, AC Clark. You're not entitled. And the reason why though, the reason why I'm saying it because you keep on talking about our. This is our channel. This is our this. As if you paid for the computer, the StreamYard, the Zoom, the Restream, subscription. As if you paid for that nigga's light bill for so his kitchen and room can be lit so that computer can run. No, he that's his channel, not yours. And all you got to do is go back to Psychopathia. But see, the thing is, all you got to do, see, the thing is, you on a show on a channel where all the rejects from various channels go to because they're not safe to say the things that they normally would say. I'm just telling you the truth though. See, you know, it's just a channel full of rejects. However, you are right though. He acts like the channel holder acts like he don't know what it is what's going on when he's been involved with the same group of people who've been doing X, Y, and Z. Now, you said you called the FBI. Why are you still crying about it? You called the FBI, so let it be. But understand this though. Understand what you yourself put out had helped in that predicament you in. Hope you understand that. Anyway, let me move on to something else. First of all, speaking about that, um, I have, I said this on Bomb's Cherry tonight, um, because I am very, um, I'm very disappointed and very, um, trying to find the right word for it. I can't find the right word for what I really want, how I put it together. But I told somebody I'm not interested in my channel anymore. When I said I'm not talking about, I'm talking about growing the channel, um, doing interviews. I'm no longer interested in that anymore. I think that phase is done with because I'm tired of the waiting game. I'm tired of you know pleading. I'm tired of doing that. So now I'm just going to say, listen, I'm not going to go back and forth with certain people. I'm just going to start destroying channels. Anybody who disrespect me, anybody who decides to slander me or people over here who I have much respect and love for, I will destroy you, or I will try to do so. So I'm not here to advance my channel anymore. That's why that ugly ass nigga is going to be the first one to get got. And I meant what I said because I'm bored and I'm disgusted of people protecting these evil sons of bitches on YouTube. Motherfucker can sit there and take his kids and put them online and do all this other shit, but yet he gets away with it. No, I'm gonna try my best to take his ass out, and along with everybody else who support his ass. Because I don't care no more. But then y'all the same group of people coming online talking about the white man, white supremacy. I really don't have time for that, man. I just don't have time to go back and forth with people anymore. You know, So um, that's why I ain't saying any names. I let y'all figure out who I'm referring to, or who those who I am referring to. I'll let y'all figure that out. All right. I'm not being passive aggressive. I'm just gonna say it like that because the way I see it, this one particular individual, doesn't deserve a name because he's like a cold virus. He's like a bacteria. Bacteria does not have a name. A virus that's invading an ecosystem of cells does not deserve a name. Chickenpox, the chickenpox virus does not deserve a name. I hope you understand where I'm coming from, right? See, certain pests, certain rats, certain field mice that eats on your crops and eats on your food, that spread disease, doesn't deserve a name. It just deserves to be eliminated. That's all it needs to be deserved. That's all it needs to happen. Its own demise. So anyway, I really don't care no more. I'm just bored, disgusted of this shit. And I stand by what I said the bomb tonight and what I said on Verbal's channel over the weekend. I stand by what I said about J.A. Prince. You know, you can't just sit there and celebrate or tell people. I know what people will say. Well, Big J, you are controlling people. That's not my argument. My argument is this: if you see, if there's somebody that's very problematic, and you're advocating for women to be knocked up, or to be knocked up, beat up, violence being performed, and then you have another person saying, oh, who's on the opposite end saying, oh, we need to have a conversation. We like him, and he needs a good woman in his life, and so forth. My issue is, okay, what's the difference between him and somebody like a Sidian, or these old bomb niggas that y'all see on YouTube who's want to do shame, blame, and explain, you know. you know. So that's why I made that video to almost ye, right? Because it's one thing to make fun of these guys, but you can't laugh them away. You know, you can't laugh these guys away. And I know what people like Exposed and Manager was trying to do, and what Carolina Herms was trying to do. Oh, let's laugh them away. After what I saw those young boys with Sneeko, and that did prove what I've been warning people about. I've been warning people about that. And that Sneeko at that baseball game when Sneeko had those 10-year-olds, those adolescents saying that, repeating the same garbage about women. He's in the Sneeko looking like, oh man, I created a monster. Well, yeah, I mean, see, you create more problems than solving them. So anyway, just my thoughts. I'm out.